everybody, welcome to the very first episode of the official Beatzcoin podcast. We finally made it, and I thought this was going to be a piece of cake. Boy, was I wrong. So cut me some slack in these first few episodes, because I'm learning how to do things to make this podcast sound a little more official. After all, it is the official Beatzcoin podcast. Anyways, please stay tuned until the end of our podcast, because I have a very exciting reward for our listeners. But you've got to listen till the very, very end. If you didn't listen to the promo, this podcast is going to be all about music and crypto. So we'll be talking to various different people within the crypto and music industry. So we'll have a lot to learn from everyone that we speak to. Today I had the opportunity to speak to Steven Zambron, founder and CEO of Beatzcoin. Please, guys, take a listen to what he has to say, because we are doing some tremendous things. We are going to be changing the landscape of the way the music industry works. That is our goal. We need your help. We need your support. But right now, we just want you to listen. So enjoy the very first episode. With Steven Zambron, founder and CEO of Beatzcoin. How you doing, Steven?
Doing great, Alex. The project's doing great. The podcast is up and rolling, and I'm looking forward to big things to come.
Yeah, you and me, we talk pretty much on a daily basis, pretty much exclusively about the project. So this is kind of exciting, because I get to talk to you, get to know you a little bit more, and we also get to tell the people about this wonderful project that we have going on. So let's get straight into it. I want to know about your music background. So tell me a little bit more about that.
I have a pretty good music background. I've been involved with music since an early age, and I progressed into the technical aspects of recording and mixing and mastering, producing my own instrumentals, working with various groups, and actually got to a point in my quote-unquote career where I had my own online gimmick going on, selling music, and it was a great experience. And I still have many of these contacts with me to this day. I keep close ties to the people in the music industry.
That's awesome. And you're from Detroit, right, originally?
Yeah, Alex, Detroit, Michigan, Motown, city of music.
Oh, yeah, so you were big into the rap and hip-hop scene then, back then, huh?
Right. That was pretty much the most popular genre growing up in the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, hip-hop is where it was at for us.
That's awesome. So after the recording and the instrumentals, how long did you last doing that for?
Well, I gave it a good fighting chance. Once the internet became very popular and provided means to where a person like me could actually sit at home and record a high-quality record in the comfort of my basement, that was a game changer for me and for a lot of people. It actually changed the whole industry. And as time came on, I realized that maybe music just wasn't going to pay my bills, because, you know, there just weren't enough outlets out there. Basically, if you either hit it or missed it at that point, you know what I mean? It's a very tough business.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty much like hero or zero. And that'll go into a little bit about us changing the landscape with Beatzcoin and Vibravid. So we'll get into that further along on the show. But I want to know now about your crypto history. I know a lot of us are new to the space, if you want to call about a year new, but tell me your crypto story.
Well, back in around 2008, 2009, I had first heard of Bitcoin. And so I did a little reading up on it, and it seemed like a good investment opportunity at the time. It was a brilliant technology, a new idea, and me being a tech lover, I just fell in love with Bitcoin, plain and simple. And I did think, and still do think, that it will play a major role in the way that we consider money in the future. So the bad story to that is that I
I knew
mentioned
that
it
was
to my
coming.
I mentioned it to my wife and told her I really wanted to invest in this Bitcoin thing and I could get in for about $500 and it's not going to kill us. And well, long story short, she didn't see the vision and basically told me it was probably the dumbest thing that she's ever heard. I'm going to buy magic
Wow.
money online with my real money. Um, so yeah, that didn't turn out too well, but that's how I first got into Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency in general. And basically, I didn't really follow it much after that, until about last year.
Okay. And so once you really got into it, and you officially made a purchase, what was the first coin you purchased, aside from, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin?
The very first coin I purchased was a token on the Ethereum network by the name of DentaCoin, DCN.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I've
They
got some myself.
yeah, I still do have some Denta coin, and I still think it seems to be a very good project, attempting to revolutionize the dental industry. I mean, it seemed like a no-brainer at the time, but only time will tell, Alex.
Yeah, that's one of those coins that you're going to have to take a lot of time with because, there's so many dentist practices, so many patients, and that's going to take major adoption. But hey, at the
Right,
very least, I think we have a head start for any of our dental needs in the
right.
future if the
I,
price doesn't get to where we want it to.
right, we might have to travel to a third world country to get some care, but we might be all right.
I've driven down to Mexico for that, so there's no shame in that.
Right.
So our platform is being built on Tron. We're using the TRX ecosystem or the Tron protocol. What
Yes.
got you into the Tron community? Because that's ultimately how you and I met. This a project that or a coin that both of us are very passionate about, and I know
Right.
we're really excited to be a part of it, building our own application there.
Yeah. Tron for me was amazing. Shortly after my initial cryptocurrency experiences last year, um, I came across Tron and everything made sense. Decentralize the web, creating the new internet, making it possible to own your content. And there's just so many problems with the way the internet is now. And what struck me is not only reading the Tron white paper and the Tron.network website and things like that, but I dug a little deeper and I would try to research things about Justin Sun and, who is he? Because at that time, and even now, many people say, he's a scam artist, he's this, he's that. So I wanted to uncover who is this guy. And to my surprise, I mean, he was a big fan of Tim Berners-Lee, who is basically the creator of the internet as we know it. And I mean, he paid very close attention, and you can go around online and find little tidbits of information on Justin Sun. I mean, in my opinion, hands down, he is the real deal, and he is trying to create the new internet.
Yeah, at first I was a little uneasy. I'm like, man, this guy is young. Like he's younger than I am,
Definitely.
and seeing kind of, I mean, English is not his first language, so you kind of see the. I remember the first initial periscopes. You're like, oh man, like, what's this guy
Yeah.
doing? But when you look at his background and his credentials, that's when you're like, okay, this guy, he's smart. He knows what he's doing, and I'm
Right.
so happy to see what Tron has achieved in just one short year. It's incredible.
You're right. And it's one thing, to create FUD and call someone a scam artist and things like that. But when you take someone like Justin and consider his actual education background, and you also consider that he already has $1 million businesses that he's involved with. And then when you add to the fact that what he did with Tron, and created offices around the globe, employing tons of people. I mean, this ain't something that's going to close down tomorrow and everyone's going to say, oh, it was a scam the whole time. You know what I mean? This is legit stuff we're talking about here.
Tron's one of the few coins that's already making tens of millions of dollars with the acquisition of BitTorrent. So
Right.
there's too many good things going on to actually worry about the price of Tron. That's going to come in time.
Sure.
But shifting gears back to music,
Mm-hmm.
we're building something that's in line with the visions of Tron and Justin Sun. So
Right.
what inspired you to create Beatzcoin?
Basically, going back to my environment and my history with music, one of the first things I realized was how difficult it was to get noticed or get heard. And secondary was how difficult it was to get paid for what you do. And basically, in this internet age we live in, one of the biggest challenges that even our project faces is everybody wants something for free. They want to get that free download, that free movie from this certain site. But we also have to come to grips with reality. That's not the way the world can work. The world works in a much better pace where a centralized company doesn't own your content, but you own your content. That's when the world will work in a better place. And everybody can't get everything for free. The economy, the whole ecosystem of not only cryptocurrency, but the world would crash at that point. So it's just obstacles that we have to overcome.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. I always saw it from the perspective of the musician. I
Right.
see so many artists with quality music, and they're literally getting paid chump change. Unless
Yeah.
you're, a Taylor Swift, an Ed Sheeran, a Jay-Z, a Beyonce, those are the ones, raking in the money. But the way that the game has changed, and everyone's just paying a monthly service fee to stream music.
Mhm.
If you do the math, an artist only makes about 7/10 of a cent out of for every play. So you take 100,000 plays, you know, that's awesome. 100,000 plays, that's a lot of plays, and you're only making $700 for that. And then you have to split that with your label, and then with your band members if you have band members. So the creation of Beatscoin is something that's going to solve that problem.
It's ridiculous, actually, you know. What we're trying to do, and of course, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. We're not looking to bring the big artists to our platform, at least not right now. You know, that's not what this is about. Um, the more reasonable and suitable format for us to follow is to provide a means where both a user and a content provider can both benefit. We
Right,
want to
right.
create an environment where, going back to the person who can make an album in their basement, we want to give them a platform where they can share their music with the community, and that community will be incentivized at times to enjoy their music or at least check them out and create a whole ecosystem based off of that. And that's the goal here.
Yeah, because when you create that ecosystem, essentially you're giving both parties an opportunity to win here, because the content creators, these musicians, they can market themselves so more people can listen to them. They can charge for their content, and they can make a decent living compared to the pennies that they're making on Spotify and Apple Music.
Right.
So Beatscoin is the currency, Vibrabit is the platform. Let's get a little deeper into that. How will the platform benefit the content creators, first off?
So, what a content creator will be able to do, they will be able to upload their music, their instrumental, their podcast, audiobook, things of that nature. They'll be able to upload their content. And if they wish to charge for their content, they can do so. If they are a newer artist or even a seasoned artist where they have a new hit out that they want everybody to hear, we're providing a means where they can market themselves easily by posting a bounty on their content, which will drive people on the platform straight to their content. Some of the other ways that content creators can earn on the platform and benefit. For instance, we will be having our own hosted bounties where, for example, if you have the most views in a selected period of time, say it's in 24 hours or even 7 days or even a month maybe, there'll be a huge bounty allocated for that. And so people now have something to actually work towards, you know what I mean? Giving them more
Right.
opportunities and ways of doing things. And of course, there'll be the opportunity for users to tip the content creators and also crowdfund in certain instances. For instance, if an artist needs to raise some money for his next album or next single, or he or she really wants to feature an artist but just doesn't have the money to do that, we'll provide a means for them to crowdfund on the platform. And also, something we haven't touched on is advertising. And we do want to incorporate paid to view advertising where not only the content creator will get a portion of that advertising revenue, but the viewer and listener will as well.
Let's elaborate now on the listeners. How will the platform benefit them? Why does it make sense for them to start using the Vibravid platform instead of going to, another platform such as like a SoundCloud or something like that?
Well, there's a lot of things that you will only be able to do exclusively on Vibravid. For example, users can participate in bounties, of course, and earn Beatzcoin. You have the option to watch paid to view advertisements and actually earn Beatzcoin. You can compete in daily and weekly challenges on the platform, similar to the what we have for the content creators. There'll be similar bounty competitions for example, who has listened to the most hours of music in a certain period of time and things of that nature. So we want to keep it exciting for everyone and want to keep everyone entertained. And above all, we want to get all the artists noticed. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you won't have what the media pushes down your throat to accept as what's good music or what a good video is. We're going to provide an organic way where people can actually finally decide for themselves they actually like and love to listen to.
Man, you put that perfectly. One of the things that I like too for the users is the fact that they'll be able to earn as they listen. That's one of our slogans, right?
Right, exactly. And in not all instances, I mean, there will be some exclusive paid content on the platform, of course, but in many cases, anyone logging on to the Vibravid platform will be able to enjoy a myriad of options to where they can listen to music or watch videos and earn Beatscoin.
I think that pretty much consists of you know, the foundation of what the platform is going to be. I know there's a lot of intricate details in
Definitely.
it, but for that, if you're considering purchasing Beatscoin, please read our white paper on our website, beatscoin.io. Take a look at the light paper. We're solving a lot of problems, Steven, and that's the beautiful
Hmm.
thing. We're taking and we're changing the landscape of the music industry for the benefit of artists and the benefit of the listeners.
Right. It's a two-way street at the end of the day, Alex, and Vibravid is where it's at.
Most definitely. I do believe that it's going to take some time to really get people on board, but the way that our project is designed is to bring adoption from the non-crypto space into the crypto space, or for those who are not in the crypto space to get into the crypto
Right.
space, because they're going to, who doesn't want to listen to music, who's not going to want to listen to artists on their platforms.
That works for the artist as well, because many musicians are not familiar with crypto, and we're already in a process of bringing bands and musicians aboard that are endorsing the platform. Because at the end of the day, what Beatscoin is going to provide for them is another way of earning revenue, and also, and sometimes even more importantly, a means of gathering a whole new listener base, and that's what it's all about for them.
Yeah. My dream is to be able to see, not musicians turn into celebrities, but musicians be able to make a living thanks to our platform.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, we have to provide a means to not only keep the user glued to Vibravid and absorbing the content, we have to keep the artists happy. And content creators deserve to be paid what they're due.
Absolutely. This is a huge project, and it's going to take time. So, what can we look forward to, at least in the initial phases, for those people who are thinking about getting into Beatzcoin?
At this point, what I could tell everyone is our main objective is to have a working prototype by the end of Q4. I would like to see that happen much sooner, but we don't want to make any promises at this time. What you can expect during the launch of our prototype is basic features such as being able to earn some Beatzcoin for viewing or listening, and also being able to upload your content and being able to charge Beatzcoin for people to view your content. And we'll also have some bounty competitions in place that people can all participate in. And those are the major features that we want to include at the height and the beginning of Vibravid.
So we'll have some of the fundamental features that we've been talking about, and as we develop more, it's going to get pretty awesome. That's the only way
Right.
I can put it for the people. But we're super transparent. We're going to be straight up. We're not promising people that buy Beatzcoin and you're going to become a millionaire. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to change the world of music to start off with.
Right. Yeah, definitely. In the crypto space especially, there's a lot of hot-headed ideas that immediately go around, and there's a lot of people that are still chasing a dream of getting rich quick and things like that. And I also want everyone listening, to consider that building a platform like this isn't something that can be done overnight, or there's a lot of costs involved as well. But we're doing the best we can, and we're at a good point right now. We have several developers working with us. We're starting to work with some of the more Tron-based, if you will, developers such as Rovac, and I've spoke with Burger today from Burger Tron. So we got a lot of things going for us, and we're going to keep moving development forward, and we're going to have some big surprises coming up.
So, Steven, we know that we want a lot of people to really support the project. Where can they go to buy Beatzcoin? What can they do to support us?
Of course, you can go to tronscan.org and type in BEATZCOIN, Beatzcoin, and that'll bring you right to our token on Tronscan. You can also go to beatscoin.io, and you can find the links to participate there. And our pre-sale is only open till October 15th, so at this time we only have about 3 more weeks for anyone to be able to participate in that. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Telegram, you can reach me at @therealzambino79 on Twitter. It's probably the best way to get a hold of me. But you can also reach me on Telegram at Zambino79.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I had a great time talking to you. I know we're going to work the kinks out on this podcast, and we're going to make it awesome. And this is just the beginning of something great to come. We've got a lot of work to do, Steven, and I look forward to working alongside. And, just talking to people, the Tron community, the music industry, and the crypto community in general. So thank you so much for being on here, and we will be in touch very shortly.
Thanks for having me, Alex.
All right, take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first of many episodes of the official Beatzcoin podcast. Today, Steven talked about how Beatzcoin will be used on the Vibravid platform and what to expect in the early stages of development. So we really hope that you get behind and support our mission to create an ecosystem that works fairly for all the users and content creators. You can do this by participating in our token trading event, which is on Tron Scan. Just type in Beatzcoin on there and you'll find us, Beatzcoin with a Z. Or just follow us on our social media and keep up to date to what we're doing and retweet everything we have to say and just help us get the word out. We think this is a platform that everyone is going to want to use, so the quicker we get the word out, the more success we're going to have. Guys, as I promised, I have a little special reward for you guys. It'll be 200 Beatzcoin for the first 20 people. They have to follow us on Twitter at Beatzcoin, Beatzcoin, and they have to tweet us the word music. That's it. That's all you got to do. Tweet us the word music at Beatzcoin. The first 20 people to do that will get 200 Beatzcoin. So, hurry up. Tweet us.